Alright everybody, welcome back to more Frostpunk 2, and let's start off by just passing guard enforcers, because why not? So make sure to like, subscribe, and go follow me on Rumble. Alright, so I'm probably going to do guided voting, which is going to get us a lot of votes, and then we're going to get one faction that's mostly against, that has a good amount of people, which is the Frostlanders. And I'm going to promise them that I'll grant their agenda. And this should pass. It doesn't mean that their law probably is not going to pass, because it's going to go against the Faith Keepers and the New Londoners. I don't think they have enough force to get it to pass. There we go, I got guard enforcers now, which is great. And the next thing I need to do is I need to insulate all these workplaces. And, why is the game already glitching? I hate this so much. I don't know, ever since this new update's come out, the game has just been so glitchy. It's gone majorly downhill. Oh, we have a big problem with squalor. Very big problem. Okay, so that's insulated. We need to insulate this. Insulate this, and we can no longer insulate because we do not have enough anything. We have crime. I'm not sure how we have crime. I guess I need to build another patrol watchtower, which is fine. I'm pretty sure these are all insulated. What's not insulated is the logistics hubs. Yeah, unfortunately, some people just died because we couldn't get everybody in housing fast enough, but it's fine. Fairly certain, at least, everything is ready. Yeah, again, I don't know why we had crime. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think I should also be able to promote you again. Yes, I can, and I can do baptisms again in 23 weeks. Honestly, crime being high is not bad if you want to get a bunch of, Faith Keepers to join the Stewards Militia. However, I don't have that law passed, and it's just not that big of a concern for me. Okay, we got punitive prisons now. Now, the next thing I'm going to research is going to be advanced workplace insulation. And what this is going to do is going to do a 2 instead of a 1. I don't have to pay anything more. So these are all going to be up by 2 heat levels for what is effectively free at this point. I've already made the investment, and now I'm just enhancing my investment. Which means everything is all fine and dandy and right in the world, and that just got damaged by squalor. So let's fix that up. Yeah, so these guys are gonna get their, like, whole council meeting, but it's not gonna do much. Oh, that's right, I gotta grant them the agenda. Grant agenda, I see. Alright, and this should fail. It should be, yeah. There is a slight chance that it wins, so I'm gonna do guided voting, and I'm gonna do against. Because I'm super revered. Almost nothing I can really do will make me not revered. Yes, now the law is opposed and it cannot pass, so yeah, against. I granted them their agenda, they can't do anything with it. So I didn't. See, another thing is the reason I'm doing this instead of just straight up just denying it is because I can continue to make them false promises as long as I sort of go with it. As long as I don't just completely and utterly just abandon them, then it's fine. Alright, we're just gonna turn off this. Yeah, that should be fine. And we could send Mountaineers, because now we have it. But can't anymore, because it's in the storm. I'll just keep all the scouts at home base. And hopefully this will finish research. I do need to rush researchers again. Always be rushing the researchers to research harder. And you might be thinking, but Noah, don't they need time to research? No, you're wrong. You're so wrong. They don't need time to research. That's just a lie they tell you. In all truth, in all honesty, in our great nation, the researchers, they're just lazy. And they just need to head back to work. But yet they choose to deny working because they're lazy. So, we're gonna yell at them until they do it. Okay. Cold's here, we're all gonna die. Wham, 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 a baby. That's what these guys are saying. Yeah, unfortunately, that does shut down all of our, trying to get the most I can out of this heating system, which is completely broken. Like, the other heating system just kind of sucked. But this one is just completely and utterly broken. I mean, look at this. I'm still gaining, what is it called? What do you call it? I'm still producing oil, somehow. From trade routes. Even though we're in the middle of the storm, the scouts are brave enough to be able to go throughout the storm. Yeah, so we got advanced workplace insulation. Now, advanced housing insulation, this is asbestos lining. Asbestos is toxic, but I don't think it really matters. So yeah, we're going to insulate housing districts once more, eventually. Although, actually, it's cold. And I guess we just got more people, so we actually need to build new housing districts, because these idiots decided the best time to grow the city is also the same time that the whiteout is happening. Game's lagging. Stop lagging. I'm just having to deal with some lag, alright? Because honestly, ever since this game got the Utopia DLC update, it's just been performing less well. It's been performing worse. And I was gonna just shame them, because I don't like them. Can I force them to give me money? No, I can't. Alright, yeah, the Evolvers eat babies. See, now that's something I believe. Honestly, the Evolvers seem like the types that would eat babies. Such heathens. Listen, we have a bunch of heat stamps, so honestly, I'm gonna do something I never do, and I'm gonna build these housing blocks. Just one for now, but, probably more in the future. Let's see, so that's gonna be an additional 20, that's gonna be an additional, what, 10? No, I already got that one. So that's 20, and then another 20, then we'll expand one. And then that should do it. Oh yeah, that's right, I don't have a new law I can propose, per se. But I'm just gonna get rid of this. It's Stewart's Militia. Bureau of Propaganda would be good. Yeah, I can get it passed. Because this will mean guided voting reduces trust less, tension decreases, deaths don't cause as much, like, trust to go down. The Bureau of Propaganda is all around good for me, you know? Good for the city as well, because the needs of the few outweigh the needs of the many, and I am the few. Okay, I need... See, here's the problem with the whole, oh yeah, you get to spend less workers with the extraction stuff for, progress. Is that you just end up having to build a bunch of ventilation towers. So all that labor you're saving, you just have to eventually use again. Just somewhere else. Oh wait, I don't have to actually do anything, I just automatically upgrades them all to asbestos lining. Which, again, is toxic, but I don't think there's any negative sides in the game for that. I mean, listen, if I don't get any debuffs for having the entire population on stimulants, I don't think I'm gonna get debuffs from asbestos lining. Yeah, sure. We're just getting it because we can get it, and it's probably gonna tell us to do it later either way, so mine's well, right? If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and that's just how it is. So yeah, I don't... Oh wait, that's not part of the thing. Okay, there we go. This is great, actually. We're perfectly fine. Let's go over to the, field colony, see how these guys are doing. They should have enough heat, right? Yeah, they're all warm, and they actually have too much oil. They can't hold all the oil they're making, so let's build some more fuel depots. Just, basically anywhere around these things I can. Alright, that's enough. Let's head back to New London. The city of smog. I guess we can just fast forward through this then, because, oh wait, in advance, a warm welcome, Faithkeepers. Steward, the Faithkeepers have increased the heat to all the birthing wards in the city during the whiteout. Long may we keep our infants' bodies warmed in the Lord's light. Unmarred by the blasphemous frost, one Faithkeeper said. May they never have to resort to prosthetic limbs. The Evolvers are outraged. This is ridiculous. If the infinites become murdered by the cold, we can simply cure them. Any limbs they lose will be replaced by better ones. No, okay, so, this is gonna be really difficult because it's gonna decrease the temperature level. But the cold will kill less people. Yeah, infants should be getting every advantage in this world. I mean, come on. What kind of monster would I be to say otherwise? Honestly, dude, these evolvers are mad. Sure, we had to spend a little bit more heat to keep the babies warm, but it's worth it. To save the children. Doesn't anyone think of the children? No, of course they don't. Because they're all selfish. Really, none of that. Okay, wait, let me just increase this one to hot. There we go. See, this is what gives you the whole cascading effect of somehow you apply a tiny bit of heat here, and then all of a sudden you can heat half the city for like half of everything you're doing. Oh yeah, this needs to be insulated, and this needs to be insulated to save on some more heat. Even though we don't really need to save on heat right now. Alright, we can injure a few people to use rapid filtration. We thank the workers who are injured in doing this. We should probably build another hospital, shouldn't we? See, we're also great, you see, because all the outpost scouts, you know, they have to do rescue duty too when they get back. Secret police would be nice to have, but honestly, I do believe we need the Stewards Militia first. It'll just give us some extra guards, because it just allows us to get free guards from the Faithkeepers. And as long as I continue doing guided vote, that I can just keep passing this. Organize some baptisms. And enlist to the Stewards Militia. So we get 8. Now, also, if, see, wrongdoer's bane. If crime is high, then we can get more. So technically what we could do is we could turn off some of our guard outposts. However, that is just a lot of work for what's probably only like 4 extra guard squads. And as we're gonna build a prison, we're gonna round up all the, we're gonna round up evolvers, because this will lower their fervor, because we're rounding up the militants and the radicals. You might be wondering, Noah, oh, who counts as a radical? And to that answer, whatever I claim as radical is radical. Yeah, we're gonna get another hospital, and we're gonna put it here. We're gonna put the hospital right next to our subsidized housing block. Because I'm just such a kind man, you know, so kind. Anyways, speaking of kindness, public executions does look pretty good right now. I don't know, though. Actually, Frostland deportations, because this will lower the outpost upkeep. And move us closer towards tradition. I do love how I can just completely and utterly ignore the fact that the evolvers even exist. Although then again, I am playing on the easiest difficulty, mostly because... I don't know, it's not that the game's hard so much as it is a bit annoying once you start getting up in difficulties. Which, yeah, I can admit this, it definitely is harder. It's just not as fun. Oh, wait, look at that. Now that these are done there. Because that increases it by 2 heat levels. Now they're overheated still. It's crazy. Yeah, so I do think investing in that very early game is very good, especially if you have fuel problems. Or you're playing adaptation where you don't get as much from anything, really. Oh, this is not insulated. Let's insulate this. It costs short term, but it makes us more long term. Also, we need another materials stockpile. I really should, you know what I should be researching after this? Is the increased capacity of all the depots. That way I can just have more stockpile stuff. Yeah, the free guards we get from the Stewards Militia is always a great thing. It's just always great. Now, also, another thing is we did have low trust. You could get asylums. We don't really need those right now. The asylum is useful for when you do other things, store-related things, but right now it's not going to be useful. Alright, what was I going to do again? Hubs. Stockpile hub efficiency. Here we go. It is actually really not that expensive, and it takes a fairly short time, and I did the wrong people, but I'm fine with that. I could call it an emergency council, but I don't see any reason worsening any of the relationships I have with the factions. As I already have, like, no relations positive with them. Game saving, don't crash. It didn't crash! Crazy. Alright, there we go. So we got that done. Another thing we could do is rail hubs, increase the efficiency at the cost of a really high bit of, what do you call it? Materials. Game is going crazy. Fixed it. So maybe a maintenance hub would be good, because it costs a very little amount of materials, and it'll continue to decrease it. I don't know, I probably don't need any hubs. They're a bit expensive for what they're worth. Alright, you know what? Mandatory to have children. It will lower our heat stamp income slightly, but it will increase our population more. And although we already have an incredibly large population, we don't need to pass the law right away. Okay, generator's about to blow up, so I'm going to turn that off. We'll turn auto-allocate on. Alright, there we go. Frostland deportations. This is going to pass. So yeah, outpost upkeep is slightly decreased. This is also very good for, the depleted cores, because I'm pretty sure it also decreases the cost of scouts for that as well.
The eyes have it.
Alright, there we go. What was the other thing I was doing again? Okay, we just got that that was really fast. Guard immunity. See, now this could be good, but it can also lead to a few deaths here and there, because some of the guards take it a bit far. Like rigging things to explode far. We could do Workers' Village. This is actually a pretty good one, but at the same time, do I really want that? You know what I really should be going for? I should really just try to fix up the scouts. During this time of, Okay, so everything's just going to be kept warm. We have auto-allocate on. Well, livable. Which actually, honestly, you know what, if anything, auto-allocate's bad for us, because once more, I can save a ton of fuel by literally just increasing the heat. So by increasing the district's levels to warm, I am saving heat, because the game is completely broken. It allows you to get the warm benefit, and then increase. See, because here's what's going on here. I'm making the housing district warm, which makes other districts warm. And because the other district's warm, it's giving the warm bonus to the warm district. Which means I can decrease the heating on the warm district. And yet it stays warm. So you literally have no heating to them at all, just have them heated by proximity. The game is not that balanced. And also, this is only negative 60 degrees Celsius. Like, seriously, it's really not that bad out. The people of Frostpunk have definitely seen worse. And you're telling me that this is bad? This is a whiteout? We're gonna die? Anyways, let's get Skyways to allow us to transport more materials. It's gonna be very useful for our colonies. Which, honestly, I never really liked the colony thing. It always felt like it was either too much to handle or too little to care about. Yeah, we're getting more food here. We're gonna increase fertilization. How long is that gonna last for? We should have enough food. There we go. Let's, decrease heat ading a chunk. There we go. And instantly we're gonna go back into here, and then we're just going to... Yep, see, now I can have no heating here. It's just a game of clicking the right buttons at the right time. Although it doesn't really have anything to do with time, it's just click the right buttons in general. And then you can get some pretty crazy things. Alright. So now that's over, I'm pretty sure the Evolvers want to do like their protests and their normal, annoying selves they want to be. However, they're a small faction. There we go, yeah. No, Whiteout's still a threat. Oh, there he goes. Ice turns to steam as the whiteout wanes, but it's clear we are far from keeping New London warm forever. Whiteout's not gone. What will we do if the horrors of the whiteout years return? Asks the Faith Keepers. If we want to withstand them more, we must improve our generator. Even more. It required a great deal of cores. Dozens. We only know of one side of so many cores. The metal roots of Winterhome's ruined generator. Which is spoilers, we haven't seen Frostpunk 1, but, like, I don't think people really care. Our current generator will not be enough. We must colonize Winterhome. Okay. Chapter 3. Return to Winterhome. Dun dun dun. We should take time to prepare our resources and workforce. Returning to Winterhome will pose a serious challenge. It is also why we need so much population, so we can send people over. Which I'm pretty sure we're actually supposed to destroy Winterhome with this run I'm going for. Yeah, there we go. And it passes, of course it does.
Hear ye. The eyes.
So yeah, that does put a slight damage into our heat stamps, and again we have tons of heat stamps. Alright, now we need more steam cores, that is true.
A law has passed in the council.
I'm gonna build another punitive prison right here. Simply so I can round up more people. Wait, what's this? The Evolvers, yeah, they're using blood warmers. We're going to ban the display of public nudity, because, listen, just because you think you're all warm doesn't mean you can do that. So no, we're gonna ban this, because you guys are a bunch of weirdos. Volvers. Anyways, freight docks will be good. Oh yeah, speaking of that, now we can actually increase this by doing something rather simple. Reach that to there. It is slightly more expensive, but it also can carry a lot more. And then also, we should probably connect more of these things to that. But being honest. Anyways, let's go round up. I built this somewhere, I know it for certain. Where is... There it is. You can see it. Punitive Prison! Round up Evolvers. So yeah, we're gonna eventually decide the fate of the detainees. I'll probably turn them into militiamen. Just so I can have some extra guards at the cost of people. Alright, we have enough prefabs for now. I can turn this back over to being for goods. Researchers are no longer rushed, so let's rush them again. Being a researcher must suck, because every minute of the day you're just being rushed constantly. Alright, so, problems here is that we need more steam cores. The answer? I don't know. Okay, let's turn this back on. This costs 3 Frostland teams. Is this still functioning? Oh wow, it actually is. Okay, so here's what we can do. We can connect it via Skyways. Which this should connect it to the Skyway. But anyways, now we can transport more oil. Yeah, let's meet their demand, and then let's take all, well, not all their oil, but a good chunk of the oil over. Thank you, my good sirs, for that oil, and fine oil you all are extracting from the earth. Anyways, let's build the, scout headquarters. I think we might already have one somewhere. But it doesn't exactly matter. Because it just decreases the time expeditions take, and allow us to get that giant chunk of oil. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna build one of these research institutions just right there. Anyways, yeah, we have to wait for this to be done, then we can round up some more of them. Oh, that's also right, I do need to build another ventilation tower. I'm building these in random spots as well on purpose, because I don't want them all to be shut down by a single protest. Alright, yeah, it's the colder seasons.
The temperatures will soon plummet.
Yeah, everything just wants to glitch out. So we need these all to be livable before we start increasing the heat to them. Yep, there we go. We got all that of just one increase of heat. Can I turn this down and then go back to livable? Yeah, it does go back to livable. Unfortunate. So I can't get anything there. Well, actually, maybe I can. No, wow, that's really just not getting any heat, huh? It's crazy. It's in the middle of 3 housing districts. Let's click off the generator, okay? I don't need the generator constantly open. Alright, and we do want just everything to be warm. In order to get the most that we can out of it. Alright.